Alright, welcome to the second week of World History, and you guys did wonderfully in the first week, and the only thing that I would remind you to do is make sure that you have my syllabus out and that you know the difference between the two forums, when they're due and how they work. The discussion forum requires replies, the post forum does not. Discussion on Thursday nights, post on Sunday nights, and just make sure you're also hitting the minimum word requirement. I want to make sure that everyone's giving each forum the attention that it deserves, so there is a minimum word requirement. There should be a maximum for some people as well. But this week we're looking at my favorite topic, geography, and we're going to be looking at two resources from one of my favorite historians who is actually technically a geographer. His name is Jared Diamond, and I've actually stalked this man after a lecture to try and get his autograph. But he is responsible for kind of bringing to all of us lay academics an explanation of why the Northern Hemisphere, for the most part, is more prosperous, more influential, and better developed than the Southern Hemisphere. So when you think about the countries in the world that are the richest, are the most influential, the most politically powerful, for the most part they are north of the equator. And when you think of regions that are maybe marginal in world politics, that are not so influential, and that maybe are struggling, they are for the most part below the equator. And he wrote a book called Guns, Germs, and Steel to really get at why this was, and he saw a lot of geographic reasons for this. This is not determination. He's not saying that where you grow up determines what you become, but he is saying it has a great influence on that. So this week we're going to be looking at our geographic IQ to kind of make sure that we understand that where something happens has a great impact or a great kind of influence on how it happens, why people make the decisions they make. So when we look at geography, the reason it's so important in history is because we're talking about 5 themes, we usually call them. Place, what is this place like? Location, what is it near? What is it not near? What does it have access to? Region, here is the region of areas where people speak Arabic and are Muslim, and it's juxtaposed against a region where people may speak more Persian dialects or the Asian influence coming across Central Asia. So you can look at areas by region as well. This is the region where we say soda rather than pop or tonic. These are actually things that we talk about. Movement. How easy or difficult is it for people, ideas, animals, plants, armored vehicles, elephants, to move across the landscape, because that will impact whether or not we can invade, influence, contaminate, all of these different things. Human environmental interaction, which means how do humans interact with their environments? Are these animals that we can domesticate, or are these animals that are going to eat us? Those are kind of the themes that we think about, and it's the geography that informs those themes and then kind of shapes how people were able to do different things with the land that they had. I am asking you to take some geography quizzes. These are not graded in terms of your geographic IQ, but it's just for you to get a sense of, do I know where things are? And what I would do is, as we move through Ferguson's book, if he names a country or names a place and you don't know where that is, go and look it up. I even suggest, I think in my post, if you had a little world map and you just put that in your book, then every time he names a country you can go and see, I see it's right here next to this other country that's having this problem, or I see it was totally isolated, so it might not have gotten the ideas that the other countries had. Understanding that will so much help you understand his other ideas and why things happened in history but maybe not in this place. So hopefully this will be a fun week, a kind of gentle week to the academic side of what we're going to be doing, and then we'll dive right in week 3. Alright, have fun.